Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a magical stone on the top of the mountain of flowers and fruit. One day, the stone cracked open and out popped a baby. Not just any baby, mind you, but a baby monkey. And not just any monkey, mind you, but a super powerful monkey whose birth sent shockwaves throughout heaven. The Jade Emperor heard about this and thought, must be some kind of big deal. So he sent an immortal to go check it out. When the immortal got to the mountain of flowers and fruit, they saw that the baby monkey was already gone. But they did see footprints leading up into the clouds. So the Jade Emperor went, "Oh, well, it looks like he went to heaven. Maybe we should send someone up there to bring him back down here." And so the Jade Emperor sent 4 great gods to go chase him down. But when they found the baby monkey, he scared them away with just a flick of his tail. Now, word also got back to the Taoist Patriarch Lao Tzu, who was so impressed by this child that he went to see him right away. And when he got to the mountain of flowers and fruit, he saw those same footprints going up into the sky. So Lao Tzu followed them and found the baby monkey all the way up in heaven. When Lao Tzu first laid eyes on the monkey, he knew that this kid was going to cause some serious problems in heaven one day. But he also saw that the monkey was having a pretty tough time adjusting to life up there. The other immortals kept making fun of him because he wasn't born in heaven and because he didn't have any supernatural powers yet. So Lao Tzu took the monkey under his wing and started training him. He taught him how to fly and fight and cast spells. In fact, he taught him some of his most powerful magic, like the art of the 72 changes and cloud somersaulting. With these new abilities, the monkey could finally hold his own up in heaven. And that made him feel so good. He was finally strong enough to stand up for himself, and he loved showing off his new skills to everybody. But showing off would be the thing that would get him expelled from Lao Tzu's school. See, one day while the monkey was practicing his cloud somersaulting, he got a little too excited and accidentally flipped all the way over the Jade Emperor's palace. And when he landed, he smashed a bunch of flowers that the Jade Emperor had planted. Now, the Jade Emperor wasn't too happy about this, but Lao Tzu stepped in and defended the monkey. He said that it was just an accident and that the monkey didn't mean to do it. But the Jade Emperor wasn't having it. He said that if the monkey couldn't control his powers, then he shouldn't be in heaven. And with that, he kicked the monkey out of heaven and back down onto the mountain of flowers and fruit. Now the monkey was really upset about this. He felt like he had nowhere to go and no one to turn to. He felt alone and helpless. But then he remembered something that Lao Tzu had told him. He said that if the monkey ever got into trouble, he should head over to the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea and ask for help. So that's exactly what the monkey did. He went to the Dragon King and explained his situation, and the Dragon King was actually really impressed by the monkey's story. He could tell that the monkey was a powerful fighter and that he had a lot of potential. So the Dragon King decided to help him. He gave the monkey a magical staff that could change sizes at will. Then the monkey was finally feeling a little bit better. He thanked the Dragon King for his help and headed back to the mountain of flowers and fruit. You know, now that he had a cool new staff, the monkey felt a little bit more confident. He strutted around the mountain like he was the king of the jungle. And you know what? He kinda was. But the monkey still wasn't satisfied. He wanted more. He wanted to be immortal. You see, the monkey was tired of living his life scared and alone. He wanted to be free from the fear of death. He wanted to be free from the burden of his past. He wanted to be free from everything. And he thought that if he could just become immortal, then all of his problems would be solved. So that's exactly what he did. He went to the land of the dead and stole his own name off the register of life and death. Now this was a big mistake because it pissed off the Dragon King and Lord Yama, the ruler of the underworld. They weren't too happy about this, so they went to the Jade Emperor and told him all about it. Now the Jade Emperor was already annoyed with the monkey, so he used this as an excuse to finally get rid of him. He offered the monkey a job as protector of horses in the heavenly stable. And you know, this wasn't exactly a prestigious position. It didn't come with much pay or glory. But the monkey was desperate, so he took the job. He figured that it was better than nothing. And besides, he could still become immortal. All he had to do was wait until the next grand banquet of immortal peaches. You see, every 300 to 500 years, the Queen Mother of the West hosted a banquet in her garden where she served up peaches that granted immortality. And the monkey was determined to get his hands on one. He believed that if he ate one of those peaches, then he would finally be free from the fear of death. And so, the monkey waited patiently until the next grand banquet of immortal peaches rolled around. And when it did, he snuck into the Queen Mother's garden and ate as many peaches as he could. But that wasn't all. He also drank some elixir that the old Taoist was brewing, and he took some pills that the Buddhist monk Manjushri had brought along. Basically, the monkey ate everything he could get his hands on that was supposed to grant immortality, and boy, did that piss off the immortals. They weren't too happy about this, so they all teamed up to take the monkey down. A massive battle erupted in the Jade Emperor's court, and the monkey was in trouble. He was able to hold his own against the gods, but there were just too many of them. They finally managed to capture him and take him back down to the mortal realm. Now, the monkey was scared at this point. He thought that his luck had finally run out. But he had one last trick up his sleeve. When the gods brought him back to Lao Tzu's mountain, they planned to burn him alive in the old Taoist crucible. But right before they could do that, the monkey activated his staff and grew to gigantic size. He busted out of his bonds and flipped over the mountain, knocking Lao Tzu's crane to the ground. And then he flew away as fast as he could. When Lao Tzu saw this, he knew that the monkey was going to cause some serious trouble in the mortal realm. So he followed him down and confronted him in the mountains of the Eastern Sea. The two of them fought for hours, but in the end, the monkey came out on top. He defeated Lao Tzu and claimed himself the great sage equal to heaven. At this point, the monkey was feeling pretty good about himself. He thought that he was invincible, but he didn't realize that he was being watched. You see, the entire fight had been a test. The Buddha wanted to see how strong the monkey really was, and he had been watching their battle from the sidelines. When the monkey finished beating up the Taoist, the Buddha finally stepped in. He put his hand out and said, "All right, monkey, I challenge you to one last test. If you can somersault out of my palm, then you'll be free to go." The monkey accepted the challenge and gave it his all. He jumped as high as he could and somersaulted out of the Buddha's palm. And for a second there, he thought he had done it. But then the ground started shaking. The monkey looked back and saw that the Buddha's palm was closing, and before he knew it, he was trapped inside. When this happened, the monkey's heart sank. He knew that he had lost. He had failed. But then something unexpected happened. The Buddha opened his palm and said, "You pass." The monkey was confused. He had thought that he had lost, but apparently he had actually won. The Buddha explained that he had only closed his palm to protect the monkey from the harm that awaited him in the mortal realm. Then the Buddha brought the monkey to the mountain of flowers and fruit and dropped him off. He told the monkey that he would be trapped there for 500 years, but that after that, he would be free. Now, this may sound like a sad ending, but it really isn't. The Buddha saw that the monkey had a lot of potential. He knew that if he trained the monkey for 500 years, then he would become a powerful force for good. That's why he let the monkey go back to the mountain of flowers and fruit. It was there that the monkey would learn the most important lesson of his life. Epilogue. 500 years passed in the blink of an eye, and when the monkey emerged from the mountain, he was a changed being. He was no longer the impulsive, hot-headed kid that he once was. He was now a wise, calm, and collected adult. But the Buddha had kept his promise. He had arranged for the monkey to protect a monk on his holy journey to obtain scriptures. And so the monkey became the legendary Monkey King, the protector of pilgrims on the road to enlightenment. And as the ages passed, his legend only grew.